Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it, number one, is that I help you to realize that what you consider to be your soul is actually the spirit of God, and all you have to do is take claim to that, people, and you become God. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is the journey to being your higher self. Obviously, there's no exact path for everybody because everybody is different, but what I will do is I'll share with you some things that I believe can help you along your journey, people. You know, it's like you got to give credit to the system, man. The Matrix, I'll tell you, boy, they have done a great job at programming people to be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's no easy feat to break out the Matrix, man. You know, even with the awakening, there's always imposter syndrome that pop up and a bunch of other stuff. But my point is, let me start at the beginning. When you start in your journey, people, obviously your higher self is not just the spiritual part of you. It's also, achieving the greatest version of yourself in your life. You know what I mean? All the amazing things that you want to attain, financial freedom, being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, being able to travel, being able to do all these things. So it's like, it's not just the spirituality, but as you work towards the spirituality of learning and exploring who you are, then those are rewards that are also given unto you on your journey. So it's like, I always have a recommendation to where I always suggest that you find 3 people that you admire, that you would like to be your mentor. For me, even though I've never met this man, Bob Proctor, I used to listen to a lot of different people, whether it's Napoleon Hill, Jim Rohn, who is also Bob Proctor's mentor. And there's another one, man. Dang. He'll come back to me. But either way, people, what I'm trying to get at is this, man, is that I think that you should have people online that make YouTube videos, that online videos, don't matter where, that inspires you, you know what I'm saying, to improve your life. Let's start there. Just start with the basics of just saying, hey, man, I want to improve my life. And then as you start with that and you listen to people that kind of motivate you and help you get going and give you ideas, then that kind of changed things a little bit, where you find yourself being more motivated than you would have been in the past. Because the biggest cause of lack of motivation is no real direction in mind. It's kind of hard to be motivated about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's very critically important for you to aspire to be more than what you are right now. And the bigger your goals or bigger your vision is of what you would like your life to be, then it's like, the more motivation that you'll find to go after that goal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I always encourage people to think incredibly big. I want you to set goals that you really don't believe that, you can achieve, at least not right now. But see, here's what I understand, people. I understand that, anything that you hear over and over, especially if you do it every single day, at some point you start to believe what it is that you're hearing, and especially if you're the one saying it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want you to also, so first is find 3 mentors that you admire. The next thing I would say is that you're going to program your mind yourself by doing affirmations on an everyday basis. People, I've been doing affirmations now since 2018. Now I've learned how to write them properly in 21. But I'm going to give you a few affirmations right now that I want you to declare for yourself. One of the things that help you to make sure you don't have imposter syndrome, that you deserve the things you're going after, is that I want you to declare that you love yourself. I am grateful now that I love myself unconditionally and I treat myself exceptionally well. I am grateful now that greatness is inside of me. I am grateful now that I am a hard worker and a smart worker. I mean, there's more I can have, but I'm just saying, for example, I declare and I know that I'm creating a millionaire, so why not declare it for yourself? You don't need to have the money in your bank to believe it, people. I don't have $1 trillion in my bank account, but you know what? I know that I am, and it's already there in the spirit, so I know it's just a matter of time. I want you to declare for yourself that I am grateful now that I am a millionaire. What's wrong with that? Say that for yourself. Damn it, that's like 4 or 5 I gave you. Now, of course, at first you don't believe it, but over time, though, you will. I think it took me 6 months to even believe that, you know what, maybe it's possible that I could do $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then as time goes by, it goes from a sense of believing to knowing. And that's a part of your process too, people, is that a lot of things right now, you have to trust God and choose to believe these things for yourself. Because to go from nothing, you got to start with believing that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And as you start declaring it, then something happens inside of you where you go from just believing that this is possible to where you get to the point where you actually know that the things you've been declaring must come to pass. You know what I'm saying? Is that it's a process. You know, I don't know how long it's going to take for you, but again, I'm just sharing with you pit stops along the way and things to look out for. Now, you're going to have to also face your demons, people, like in the sense that you have to accept the fact that if you had all the qualities that you think you have, you would have already attained the success that you're looking for. So the fact that you don't have it, you have to own the fact and be accountable and be like, you know what? I'm not as smart as I think I am, and humble yourself to where you become an amazing student where you actually intentionally on an everyday basis look to learn things, man. And facing your demons, people, is the things that scare you. You must face them at some point. So my suggestion is, why not do that in the beginning? It took me years, man, to really develop the courage to face the blind spots that I had. You know what I'm saying? And for you, I'm suggesting screw waiting years for that, man. Go ahead and attack that right now. The things that scare you, the things that intimidate you, you know, the things that make you feel guilt, the things that make you feel shame, those are all things, people, that you must deal with. That's how you heal. You cannot heal until you face those things. So you have to literally face all of those things that cause you emotional pain. And it's like you have to work your way through it, man. You have to that's why it's so important to do all these things, though. The affirmation, you know, and have mentors, people that motivate you, you know, to keep on moving. Because I'm telling you, there's so much time that the pain is going to become so unbearable that, you know, especially shame and guilt, to where it's like we've been so programmed, people, to care what people think, that you stop, you know, that's your biggest handicap right there. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to get past that is that you must heal yourself to the point where there's nothing that anyone can say about you that you're not okay with. Nothing, literally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to face your demons. You got to learn how to regulate your emotions to where you got to stop being people's puppets, where people push certain buttons and then you get a rise out of you. Then you're not in control of your emotions, people. Therefore, you have to practice on that. You have to practice on learning how to let people say whatever they're going to say, and then you choose to do what you're going to do, which is what you choose to do, which is obviously to control your emotions. Not let people get you reacting to life, but instead, you are dictating what you do, when you do it, how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the real power right there, people, because most people in the matrix is simply reacting to life. Instead, you are dictating life at this point, and that's a beautiful space to be, my people. Yeah, work on controlling yourself, man, and taking control of your life, you know. And that's an everyday work, people. Like, it never stops, you know what I'm saying? And as you continue to grow and develop in yourself, what's going to happen is your confidence will build. It will build because over time, you will start to develop the ability to realize that you have control over your circumstances and you get to choose your outcomes, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's like you also got to embrace failure. It's like that's the one thing that most people fear in life is failure. And that's why most people don't even start. But you have to grow. As crazy as it sounds, to love failure. Why? Because it's a part of the process, man. The duality of life. You cannot have one without the other. You will never be able to experience success if you have a genuine fear of failure. You got to get rid of the negative emotions, people, because the negative emotions is what make things cement in your life. Is that as you add emotions to the things that you fear, then you repeat it in your life, because your emotion of fear is very powerful. It's like on the other side of love. You know what I'm saying? Fear is like the fear, man, will really keep you in your person. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what this is, people. It's like breaking out the matrix. To me, is you breaking out of a mental prison, man, that you don't even realize that you're in. And see, that's what's so scary and crazy about this. It's like, you don't even think you're in prison, don't even realize you got shackles on, man. You're in mental slavery and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want you to develop yourself. I want you to really intentionally, on an everyday basis, work on all areas of your life. And believe me, people, you'll never run out of stuff to work on. Because even when you're working on all that, then it's like, okay, you still got to work on your family life, your relationship life. You got to work on your relationship with yourself. Like, how do you make sure you carve out time for yourself to take care of yourself? Because you must do that, people, in order to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? You got to focus on your mental health to make sure that, you know, one of the hardest thing that you're going to do, people, is learning how to ignore your present circumstances. Not ignore them, but it's like you acknowledge them, but learning how to shift your focus after you acknowledge your present circumstances straight to your vision. Straight to your visions, man, because your visions is ultimately your real reality. That is the highest version of yourself. But it's like, it is so hard, though. It's a lot easier said than done. Take it from somebody who have spent, I don't know how long it took me to break that damn cycle, man, but I'm just telling you is that you must learn how to not acknowledge your present circumstances as your reality, because it is not, people. That is just a stop along the way to your amazing life that God has in store for you. I mean, there's so much things to work on, people. That's why you can't take a day off, people, because habits, it's like, you know, people tell you to develop habits, you do it for X amount of days. My suggestion to you is, why would you stop something if it's going to give you the results you want? You should never, ever stop working on the things that is beneficial to your life. But if it's helping you to grow, why would you stop it? I don't see me ever stopping doing affirmation, people. I don't get from 100 years old. I'll still do them. Why not? All I do is I upgrade my affirmations, you know, as I keep elevating. Why would I ever stop doing these videos? These videos have been very instrumental in my life, because the same way it benefits you, it benefits me the same, people, because it holds me accountable and to show up every day for myself. And this right here, me doing this, is just training my body, it's training my psyche, man, to just go through the motion of flow, to be in the flow, which is where I'm at right now. And that's something that I'm practicing, not the hustle and bustle, but just trusting God and being flow, and just know that God will provide for all my wants and needs, man. And it's like, that's just one part of the journey. There's so many components to this, people. This is your life that you're creating, man. And all I'm suggesting for you is, you don't have to overwhelm yourself. Just start making progress. The biggest thing in life, man, is just starting. That's, I don't know how much percentage that is. Damn it, that could be 60, 50% of it. Just starting somewhere, man, and building on that, and consistently. Never, ever stop going, people. I don't care what the hell come in front of you. Just always choose. That's why it's so important to believe and trust that the Spirit of God lives inside of you, though, because you realize that you don't have to do this yourself. I have the Spirit of God inside of me that give me the strength, that give me every single thing I need to make it happen, man. I could talk for days about this. I'm going to stop here for now. I think that's a lot of ideas, people, that you can adapt. Some of the ones that resonate with you, run with that. Whatever resonate with you, people, get busy applying. Don't just think about it or talk about it. Get busy taking action, all right? Anyways, man, shout out to my co-creators, man, of Heaven and Earth International. This is the space, people, where we are indeed, as a collective, creating heaven on this beautiful earth, people. This is where we are intentionally choosing to inject positivity into the world every single day. And as everybody does that, people, what we're doing consciously or subconsciously is we're raising the vibration of the entire world. Because when we get to the point where the vibration is high enough, people, that's when we collapse the 3D and the 5D world, where the 5D, which is heaven in my opinion, that's where the spiritual realm is, where the spiritual realm become a physical manifestation on this 3D world, man, to replace the matrix, because the matrix is definitely crumbling, people. The new world have already began. We are building it brick by brick every single day, people. And your collaboration with me as a collective is helping to further that. Every single day we take one step forward. Some days we take more, but every day, people, we're moving forward and speeding up the process. And I'm excited about that. You know what I'm saying? More and more people are getting awakened every single day. Here's the requirements, man, to be a part of this collective. Number one is that you must choose to believe that the Spirit of God lives inside of you. You must also, people, follow my social media pages and watch my videos every day, because every single day, people, I have downloads for your spirit that you need to hear, because as you hear it, it's raising not only your vibration, but it's helping you to become your higher self, which is the ultimate goal, people, is for you to become your highest version of yourself, so you can actually help us. The Spirit of God can use you as a vessel to help in the creation of heaven on earth, man. And, you know, number three, people, is that you must speak your truth, man. Your truth, again, is not your present circumstances, but instead your journey of going from where you are, which is just being your flesh, your body and form in this 3D realm, to becoming the Spirit of God, which is the highest version of yourself in the fifth dimension. So it's like it's talking about your journey and your process and things that you've done that work for you. You know what I'm saying? You trying different things, and whatever work you shared, people, just like I'm sharing mine. That way, when you see it, you don't have to guess or be shocked about it. You'll know what works, because the things I'm sharing with you is things that I've done myself, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm teaching you from experience. I don't need no script. I come out here every single day and I freestyle to you, man, because the knowledge is in me. The wisdom of God is in me, man. And the same thing will be for you as you talk about your process on how you overcome your challenges to break free from the matrix and free yourself from the mental slavery that you've been in. Anyways, people, shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. People, as you already know, my mandate from God is to unite the Caribbean and Africa, man. And the way we do it, people, is by intentionally choosing to stand united, man. We will always choose to stand united, people. You know, one of the things I want to do today, man, is make declarations over the two leaders that I know God have in store to help unite the Caribbean and Africa. I pray for Andrew Holness. I'm praying also for Abraham Traore of Burkina Faso. I pray the protection of God over their life. I expect the same level of protection that God have bestowed on my life over these leaders' life. I pray that the Spirit of God will continue to guide their thoughts, to guide their steps, into fulfilling the prophecy that God have declared over our lives, which is for black people across the world, man, to be the creators of the greatest prosperity period in the history of this world, man. That time is right now, people. I'm not talking about century or decades from now. I'm talking about right now. We're in the middle of that phase, people. And I pray for protection over their lives. I pray for anyone that try to harm them. I pray that whatever harm or ill intention or anything they directed towards them, I don't care if it's a country or individual, it goes back to those senders tenfold. I declare that over your life right now, because I am who I am, man. I am, and I have dominion over the light and the darkness. And right now, I declare right now that anyone that put ill will, ill intention towards these leaders, especially to arm them or assassinate them, man, like what's been happening over there in Burkina Faso, I declare that goes back to sender tenfold, man. You know? People, touch not God anointed. These are people that are doing God's work. These are people that God is using to unite the Caribbean and Africa and bring about the greatest prosperity period that the world have ever seen, man. And I rebuke any negative intention that goes towards these people. And again, I send it back to sender tenfold. Anyways, man, my declarations over your life, number one, is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God, man, will continue to rise up inside of you as you watch my video daily until you get to the point, people, where your soul is being the leading force in your life. Blessings onto you, people, and your family. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll talk tomorrow.